Hi everybody, Lisa here with another Vera Bradley bag of the day. Today is Throwback Thursday. Hey, hey. I know, she's a little stutch. I know. I'm sorry. Oh, Peaches. It's all chaos right now. um, Today is Thursday, and I did want to do a Throwback Thursday feature. But my bag wasn't that I carried today wasn't a vintage bag. Please calm down, guys. Please calm down. So I thought I would quickly show my bag because I realized, even though I've talked about the Hadley Tote, and this is the Hadley Tote, I haven't ever shown anything in this pattern. And I also realized I have an affection for this bag because it was the first ever Hadley Tote that I bought. And I got it on sale for a really good price at my local Hallmark. I think all total, with all the coupons and the discounts they were offering because it was the end of the season, it cost me $25. So it was a really good deal. And I didn't get it right away. Okay, guys. I didn't get it right away, but I saw it there and I thought about it and I left and then I came back because I couldn't stop thinking about it. The pattern was a little bright for me, but I thought it was such a good deal that I came back and got it. And now I have to say the pattern has actually grown on me. So I thought, and something else that I also always say about the Hadley is that I think it looks great, really filled with stuff, and it looks good semi-filled with stuff. It's one of those bags, a lot of bags I feel like when they're not filled enough, they look kind of anemic. They don't look good. But this one looks good either way, and I have it filled up pretty full today with stuff I got when I was out. And so I thought I would just put it on first and show people how it looks, and then I can empty it out because I did want to talk about the lining a little bit, show the lining too. This is Rumba. I said it's Rumba, and that was summer 2017. Please stop licking yourself on camera. And this is a pattern that I tend not to limit patterns to seasons, and I don't really think about stuff like this. But this I've noticed. I don't think it's a conscious thing, but I have noticed that I tend not to carry this unless it's summer because it does look very summery and tropical to me. Something about this very deep, bright, saturated coral background color looks very tropical to me. Just thought I would show the pattern close because I think why the pattern has grown on me is because it has a real batik kind of hand-dyed look. It almost looks like maybe wax resist techniques are used. If anybody knows, is familiar with hand painting textiles and using wax resist to reserve certain areas of the pattern while you dye other areas of the pattern. It really has that kind of look to it, like wax resist has been put down by hand, and then the fabric has been painted. I think it's not my typical color palette. Like I said, it's very bright, but in the summer it does it works in the summer. I feel like there's another side of it, and you can see the micro square quilting that I'm always talking about with the Hadley. I think it really adds to the fabric because I have seen this fabric with a regular size square quilting, and it doesn't, as I always say, it doesn't look as modern. There's something about this kind of quilting that I feel like really improves the look of the fabric and makes the bags look less traditional and more modern, which I think is, an image that Vera Bradley has to work to counter, right? That impression that people have of the brand that it's just for old ladies or your grandmother carries this bag and that it somehow can't transcend the generations. They can. And I think the quilting really helps here. That's a neat flower there. Very tropical looking. So I will put links in the video description Please stop licking on this bed. Please. To the other Hadley videos where I give more of a thorough going over of the features. I don't want to get too repetitive, but I'll mention some of them. But let me just see if I can stand up, back with the bag a little bit. So I have it very full. I mean, this was, I had this morning when I went out, I was wearing just a solid dark gray shirt, and it really looked good with that. This is maybe not the shirt to go with this bag, but you can imagine it. Imagine a solid color shirt. Funny thing about this shirt, I just have to say, I thought this shirt was really cute, and I picked it out at Five Below. I was like, hey, $5, novelty t-shirt, can't go wrong. Thought it was really kind of funny. Until I got home, and every time I wear this shirt with my husband and ask him to do something, he says, nope, not today. So, not the best fashion decision I've ever made. Anyway, you can see, and I will take out what I have in here, but you can see it's got a lot in there, and the bag still looks good. It's a big bag, but it's not as gigantic as the iconic Vera Tote. It's a little bit more streamlined, and I do compare them in one of the other videos. So that's how it looks on. Oh, get my bag. Get my Throwback Thursday bag for later. So now I will start, pulling some stuff out of here because I want to get to the lining. You can see it does have the east-west side pockets that I like so much, and they're wide, and they go down all the way to the bottom of the bag. They're very generous. I mean, you can get a water bottle in there or a travel mug in there. They're great. This is officially the front of the bag because of the leather, but I tend not to pay attention. I do really like this spray right here, so sometimes I'll carry that out. The bag's attached with the handles are attached with these knots, this knotted design element, and they're sewn. Those knots are sewn, so they don't untie. They're secure. That's a zip top. Recessed zipper, but only slightly. It's not too recessed. Like I sometimes complain about that with the Glenna, that it's a recessed zipper, and that kind of, sometimes I find that a little annoying, but it's not too recessed. And it has a nice feature here, which is that the end of the zipper snaps. So, I mean, you could just have it there, but it's kind of nice when it's snapped in. When it's snapped in, the end of the zipper forms a nice loop, and you can, grab onto it that way when you have to close it. It gives you a little resistance there. So I find that I really like that feature, and I haven't noticed it on any other bags that I have. Anyway, and it does have this hidden vertical pocket. Again, a generous size pocket goes all the way to this pleat here, and up and down is pretty. It's from here down to the bottom. Like I say, I tend not to use those pockets, but for people who do like that, it's there. Anyway, so I've got just a ton of stuff in here. I mean, I went out with my normal stuff, which is my all-in-one crossbody that I use as a wallet. Are you done licking now, finally? Maybe you calm down. Some mail that I picked up. GPS pouch. Garbage. Some shaving cream that I bought. My phone. Oh, that's weird. Okay. My phone. iPod. Sweatshirt. It's like a clown car. iPad mini. And that's it. Receipt. So it's got a zipper pocket. There we go. On one wall of the bag. And the two slip pockets on the other side. Yeah, they don't go down all the way. Probably could fit an iPod in there, my phone in there. Sorry, hard to see. But what I like about this particular Hadley was that it was like on the tail end of when they were still had cotton linings. I used to have the Santiago version of the Hadley, but I didn't carry it enough. Probably something about the light color scheme. I never really gravitated towards it, and so I ended up selling it after I only used it maybe 3 times, if that. And I think that may have had a cotton lining as well, although I'm not 100% sure. But this has a cotton lining, and it's a fun lining. It's like a crazy plaid, bright plaid. Let's see if I can get it out there a little bit to show. So it's very, there we go. That's sort of accurate. It's very vivid, it's just a real vivid plaid. And what I feel like with these cotton linings, there's something about, although I don't mind the feel of the nylon, the cotton lining seems to stay closer to the outside wall of the bag. It doesn't feel inside the interior. It doesn't feel as blousy. I don't know whether it's tacked down in some way more than the nylon linings are, but I do find with the other Hadleys and other style bags with the nylon linings, I feel like the nylon lining just has a blousy feel to it in there. Like it's floating around and it's getting mixed up with my stuff. I really feel like the cotton really like stays open, sticks to the walls of the bag better. I don't know if I'm describing that well, but anyway, I had forgotten about that. And for that reason, I really do enjoy using this Hadley. It almost has a more substantial feel to it because of that cotton. Than the other Hadleys that I have, which have the nylon lining. Just something sort of, almost feels like a diaper or something, that nylon lining, the sound that it makes or something. I don't know. Anyway, so that was my bag of the day, the Hadley, and I will put the other Hadley video links so that people can really get the specs and or I measure it in the other bag or whatever, in the other videos that measure the bag. But I don't want to be too repetitive. I know I talk about the Hadley a lot because I just love it. It is retired. People are always asking that. They're sort of newly discovering it, and then sorry to hear that it's retired. But for now, anyway, you can still find it. I've gotten ones off of Amazon, and it also is showing up in the Vera Bradley online outlet sales fairly regularly. Like these last few sales, there have been Hadley totes, and I've gotten some that way too. Okay, so my Throwback Thursday portion of the video involves these 2 items that I found at a local thrift store yesterday, which I immediately on buying them, I thought, well, maybe I'll just return them. I haven't taken the tags off. I do think I'm going to end up keeping them, but one of them works for Wallet Wednesday, which I missed yesterday because I'm so overloaded with work. So I'm trying to keep my videos shorter. I don't know if I'll succeed, but anyway. So this first item, I forgot to look up the year of this pattern, but the pattern is Buttercup, and I will put the year in the video description. And this is the opera wallet. This style is the opera wallet. I've always sort of been, just like with a kiss lock closure, there's something about these sort of old school hard shell cases, wallet cases and clutches that appeal to me. They remind me of my grandmother. And that's not I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that's in a really the best way, right? In that retro, vintage, classic kind of way, old photographs and, women dressing up all the time and wearing heels and lipstick all the time. It has a push closure here. It's not a kiss lock. You just push it down and the thing opens up. It doesn't have a cotton lining with a pattern, unfortunately. It has that shiny nylon lining. On this side, it's got all the card slots there. I think, let's see, 6 and 3 on the other. So on this one, it's just sort of like a slip pocket with a little bit of a gusset there, you can see. And it's really a vivid coral color. And this side is just this kind of flap where you have your ID window and the other card slots, like I said. I like the idea. I like this. I feel like it's the kind of thing where you could put things in here that, and then this would keep them down. Papers and things in here that you might want to put in there. It does feel a little dressier of an item. And on the back is the coin purse, gusseted on one side, zipper coin pocket. It feels like a dressier type of item, but I don't feel like the pattern goes with it. The pattern to me, and I'm not a big fan of this pattern, so I hesitated. And actually had seen this in the thrift store before, and it was still there when I went back yesterday, and I broke down and got it. Vera crazy came over me, and I broke down and got it. This pattern, I'm not crazy about the color scheme. It's very brown, the browns and the orange. It's very fall-like. But also the rendering of the flowers and stuff is very hippie child, I feel like, psychedelic, 60s, free love kind of a graphic to me, the way these flowers are, these curly, cute lines around. And so to me, that doesn't really go with this style of item, which is dressier. This is a sort of a casual, hippie kind of pattern to me. But I do like this is the coordinating trim, and you can see the brand signature there. And a ribbon, there's a ribbon zipper pull. But I did think that this back had good pattern placement with this big flower burst there. So that continues up above the zipper. It's interrupted by the zipper, but it does, it's the same flower almost in its entirety. So I did like that, and then this is nice balance there. So I'll live with the pattern. Also, I think I was hesitating a little bit because I thought, how am I going to wash this? Because I wash anything that I buy that's not from the signature store or the factory outlet store directly, and I purchase it myself, or Hallmark, I wash. Even if it's something new with tags that I bought on eBay, I'll still wash it. Please stop licking, my God. I know you understand me. So I was thinking, well, how am I going to wash this thing? Because it's spot clean only, and since it does have this hard metal frame all around it, I'm leery to put it in my washing machine. I just feel like I'm going to spend an hour hearing it bang around the drum, and I'm going to wonder if it's damaging the inside of the drum or chipping the finish off the inside of the drum of the washing machine or something. And my husband will just kill me. So I think I am going to hand wash it in the sink, but I think I am going to submerge it, and I'm going to scrub it down with a brush and use some Tide or some Palmolive or something. It's in really good shape, and it doesn't have an odor, but I just feel compelled to do that. I have to wash it. I don't know where it's been. I have to. I have the willies if I don't. This was my other find, and it's Camellia. I didn't look up the year. I have to put the year in the description. I think, I'm pretty sure, and someone, if I'm wrong, someone can correct me in a comment, but I'm pretty sure this is the, the old style on the go crossbody. I will measure it. Oh, tape measured on the floor. Like I said, we're pros here. I like this pattern because I think it's very graphic and modern looking, and I think, as I've said in other videos, it functions well as a neutral because of the color scheme, with the white or the cream colored flowers and the gray touches there and the leaves. And I love this coordinating trim with just these big leaves. I think I almost like the leaves better than I like the flowers. So while this bag is a little on the small side for me, I can stand up and show how it looks on my body, but I do feel like it's a little small for me. I couldn't resist because of the pattern and that trim there, and it's in great shape. The opening here, and it slightly curves down, the opening, which I find, there are a handful of bags that do that, and it's a nice feature. It's about 10 inches, and it's that soft, the soft plastic zipper. And the back, I assume this is the back because that doesn't have the coordinating trim. It's got a big zipper pocket that goes the length or width of the bag. Peaches, my God, please stop licking. Look at that big spot you made. On the side, it has these very small east-west pockets, and they have this flap design element that's purely decorative. It doesn't flip up. It's purely decorative. These are very small pockets. I mean, I could fit my phone in there. My phone in here. What did I do with my phone? But my phone, is a throwback. I don't know where my phone is now. Yeah, I don't know where I lost my phone in the depths of my bag. So I can't show you, but my phone does slip in there very easily. But I think most people probably, oh, that's frustrating. Oops. It's one of those days. I think most people's phones would not fit in this. I don't know what you would put in there, your keys maybe. The inside, it is machine washable. Tag says so, but I mean, I would wash it anyway. I wouldn't have had any doubt of a hesitation about it. But there's a removable cardboard base in the bottom underneath the sleeve, that piece of fabric, the fabric sleeve there. And I'm going to try to turn this inside out, because what's so nice about this, and inside, on one wall of the bag, there are 3 slip pockets. The other wall of the bag doesn't have anything on it, but the interior is quilted. So this is one of those things where the fabric, it's one layer of quilted fabric. So they put down, when they were constructing the fabric, they put this fabric down, on a table or whatever, with this side facing the table, and they put their batting in, and then they put their lining fabric face up, and they stitch them together. And so this wall is just one piece of fabric. So it's quilted. The lining is quilted. And it has this nice coordinating pattern. I don't know if I can get the whole bag inside out. I mean, I want to get this. I haven't washed it yet, which is unusual for me. Usually I wash stuff and then do a video, but this is when I had a little window opportunity to do a video, so I thought I would. I didn't have the time to wash it, So here you can see the start of the sleeve and the cardboard in there. Might as well take it out. It's kind of dented. Doesn't smell though. The bags probably haven't been in the thrift store that long because they don't have a bad odor. So I just let that air out. When I put it in, I'll probably put it in this way with the curve. This way, sort of train it, put the weight of the stuff in my bag, train the dent out, hopefully. So now I should be able to really put it inside out. Huh. I don't know what that is. I don't know if anyone else has this experience, but I find that you when you're buying vintage stuff, you often get sort of these little weird things in the pockets. Kind of, anyway, so this is the sleeve. This piece of fabric here is the sleeve for the cardboard, and then you can see just such a nice, it's nice to have that quilted lining, right? And look at that pattern, the sort of wreaths of leaves, and you can see the slip pockets here with the, trimmed with the exterior fabric. So that center slip pocket's real narrow. I don't even know if I can fit my phone in there. But also it was kind of neat. So I flipped the tag over. This is still made in America. This is made in the USA. So that's kind of neat. So when I saw that, I was hesitating a little bit in the store because I felt like, this bag, I know this bag is too small for me. But then I saw that tag because I was looking to see what the washing instructions were, and I saw that it was made in the USA. And I thought, I gotta get that. It's from back in the day. It just seemed a little bit more valuable to me in some way. And the strap is comfortable. It's nice on this. It's very similar to the strap on the Lindsay, which I do have a Lindsay, and I use it. I don't really wear it on my shoulder. I just sort of carry it as a handbag from the strap when the strap is its shortest length. And that's how I probably will end up carrying this. And it's a similar kind of strap where it's nice and wide. It's not quilted, but it has some thickness to it, so it doesn't feel chintzy. And oh my God, something is going on in this movie that I'm watching. Lana Turner is screaming. Okay. It's about 1.5 inches wide, the strap, and I have it at the shortest now. It has this sort of faux tortoiseshell buckle, which is kind of nice. I don't know how secure that is, but again, I probably will, maybe I would use it as a crossbody. I don't know. It depends on the length of this strap or whether I would ever use it as a crossbody. But Peaches, I hear licking, and it's driving me up the wall. Please stop. I think she has slight allergies. I think there's something in the grass. This happens every year at this time. She just turns into this licking fiend, and I have to rinse her feet after every walk. 23 inches at its shortest, and here's another part of the toggle thing. So when it expands, I can measure how it expands, but let me just give you an idea of how small this bag is. To me, anyway, it's very small. So I like that it's high up. That's sort of, I forgive it its smallness because it sits high up. But I do feel like it is a little on the small side for me. But, like I said, it's a nice graphic pattern. I think it would look really good with solids, especially black. An all black outfit, this would look excellent, I think. I mean, then it really stands out, really becomes striking, I think. So just real quick, I'll just see what it is at its longest. Peaches, please stop licking that. You know I can't stand that sound. You know it. Okay. That's about as long as I can get it with all the sewing here down there. And so now, at its longest, about 40. See what that looks like on. Oops, lost my light. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, it hits at an okay spot, and it feels like this strap would be comfortable. I mean, I know I don't have anything in there, but this is a nice, wide, soft strap. It does look a little wide. I almost feel like I'm wearing a sash, like I'm in a pageant. I should have my state there. Better yet, Miss America. Okay. So that was my vintage find, and along with the opera wallet, which is now on the floor, because that's what kind of a video this is. Down to the poltergeist in my lamp. So these are my Throwback Thursday vintage finds, and sort of a little Wallet Wednesday-ish, along with my Hadley Tote, beloved Hadley Tote, actual bag of the day in Rumba. But just a quick one today. Oh, actually, maybe it's not so quick. Anyway, thanks so much.